Okay. What are some of the best skincare habits you've seen work consistently?
Um, I always talk about sleep first. I always talk about having less sugar. Diet is important. Antioxidants in diet is so important. I also talk about muscle building, because that's very important to how you age. You also want to not just look pretty in the face. No, you have to have a body that feels like you're aging
Yeah.
better day
Yeah.
by day. So I feel that that's holistic. Outside of that, sunscreen has been my go-to. I start consultations with talking about how willing are you to use sunscreen, and most people are willing these days. That's okay. And then we talk about skincare habits would be basic stuff like cleansing before going to bed, cleansing after, especially if you're coming in from a very highly polluted outdoors, because pollution causes pigmentation as established. And it would also be about antioxidants, collagen intake. I use oral antioxidant, pycnogenol. I use collagen. I also take methyl sulfonyl These are my go-to stuff.
Okay.
I do a fair bit of omega in diet, flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, the works, almonds. And I also try consciously to add a lot of colored fruits and vegetables to diet. Um I could do better. I could do a whole lot better. Sometimes it behaves, it's like, um, நான் ரஜினி சொல்ற மாதிரி தான், நான் ஒரு தடவை சாப்பிட்ட 100 நாள் சாப்பிட்ட மாதிரி நினைச்சுக்கிறேன். I should do a lot better, but I'm better than what I was last year.
Right. And also on the flip side, what are the most damaging or overrated habits people need to just ditch?
They do too much. See, your skin is not built to take so much. Your skin is not built to take so much, into the point that researchers have shown that the more number of products that you use, you may be at higher risk of carcinoma, malignancies, because there is a processing cap, or a, the skin, the exposure that we have, it's not black or white, but it's gray. As long as you're within threshold limits, you may get to enjoy the benefits that these products, the skincare products, the makeup products, your self-care products give you. Once you exceed threshold, it's just a matter of choosing the best ones that work for you, because you're basically putting yourself at risk of too much exposure, too much processing. So I recently had someone that came in and said, like, I don't use sunscreens because, this is considered, the sun is the source of energy and this concept. So I was asking her, then how come you use nail paint, which is way more toxic? So the thing is that kind of education knowledge needs to go out. And that's not going to be built over a day. And that's not going to be built at a level that you scroll.
Okay.
And she came back with me saying, but that's vegan, and so is sunscreen. So the idea is that we are falling for labels which make sense to us at a very, it's so easy for us to process certain things because you are trusting whoever says it without understanding whether they have the credentials to say it.
Yeah.
But it sounds correct to you because, oh yes, vegans gotta be good, but we really don't need that much non-vegetarian stuff to make cosmetics and skincare. We really don't use those things. The milk that is used in certain lactic acid comes from plants.
Okay.
We really do not need to use a lot of stuff.
Right.
So the problem that people do is not understanding this. And I don't blame them. I don't think we've given an organized knowledge around this. I think many of us are coming into the understanding that products play a big role in people's lives over and above the treatments that are given for sick people.
Okay.
Right? So then there's a lot of importance that we give now to people who use products at a wellness level. So not doing too much is great. Doing stuff without understanding what it stands for, what you stand for, is also a problem. And then going with trends without understanding the rich cultural, ethnic skin that you have is also a problem. Skin bleaching to the point that you were never able to go in the sun is a problem. And giving skincare the importance that it deserves and not making it the front and center of everything is important. See, my job is to put out skincare knowledge, but it is not the front and center of my life outside of work, right? My job is to put out information. My job is to make sure that your products are safe. My job is I am doing so much more than putting out information. Just because I'm putting out information, I'm doing so much more around learning how to work with people better. I'm doing so much more around understanding what the ecological impact of what we use is. But my own skincare and my journey is like 10 minutes. I did more today because I'm coming in. I want to make it clear that I'm here. I respect this whole platform. And I want to come in projecting a certain signaling for others, saying, like, here is who I am. So today I may have spent about 7 to 8 minutes more. But otherwise, I have like about 5 minutes to rush out the door. 2 minutes for sunscreen, and maybe like 1 minute for kajal. Otherwise, you won't know where my eyes are. And that's about it.